This is CBS 11 News Now.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday to you. A little bit past noon here. This is News Now, our digital update. I'm Ken Molestina. Thanks so much for joining us here on Facebook Live. We are live again from our Fort Worth studios. And a reminder that we'd love to see your comments come in here off to the side of the screen. So be sure to say hello, chat with us, and offer your opinions, thoughts, or concerns on some of the stories that we're working on for you today. We do want to get you up to speed because it's a very busy day for us here in the newsroom at CBS 11. Big story today, of course. Austin police now believe that a fourth explosion that happened Sunday evening last night is, in fact, the work of a serial bomber. They had a news conference earlier today, and that was the first time that we heard them actually use that term, the work of a serial bomber. Still no motive, no reason as to why this is happening, but they do know that that this is all linked. Two men in their 20s were hurt last night. They were either riding a bike or walking along the street when that bomb went off. They're in the hospital. They are expected to survive. The police chief out there, Brian Manley, addressed the media earlier this morning. Here's a little snippet of what he had to say. And actually, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But I can tell you in the meantime that an estimated 500 local police and federal agents from the FBI, they're out there, they're on the scene. And I can also tell you that this is believed to be an unprecedented response to what is happening down there in Austin with these bombings. Let's go now to the police chief and have a listen to a portion of that news conference where he spoke earlier today. Have a listen.
We would like to reach out to those that live in the Travis Country neighborhood behind us. If you have video surveillance on your house, whether it be surveillance cameras, Nest cameras, anything like that, we want to get your video footage so that we can have that analyzed and identify any potential suspicious persons, vehicles, or anything that may be of interest to this investigation. So again, if you live in Travis Country and you have video surveillance on your home, please contact us at 512-974-5210 so we can get in there quickly and get that video. This neighborhood is still being locked down right now for safety. And we expect it to be so until approximately 2 p.m. today, but we will update that as necessary throughout the day. Again, we're doing this in overabundance of caution so that we can keep this neighborhood safe while we process the scene. There's still a significant amount of evidence. As you can imagine, with a blast scene like this, the evidence is strewn across quite a significant distance, and it's going to take us a while to methodically go through and collect this evidence so that we make sure we get it right. What I can tell you is based on the preliminary review that we have done at this time, we have seen similarities in the device that exploded here last night and the other 3 devices that have exploded in Austin starting on March 2nd. Again, this is preliminary information, but we have seen similarities. The big difference in this device, again, is we believe that a tripwire was used in this device.
Again, that was the latest information coming out of Austin today. That was a police chief, Chief Manley, offering some perspective into this device now that used a tripwire. This is a level of sophistication they were saying that they haven't seen so far in any of the other previous bombings. You'll recall that the other bombings have been sort of a nondescript box or a package that has been left at people's homes. They then somehow open it up and it detonates. But this is now using a tripwire. A tripwire, by the way, it's a triggering mechanism. It's what it's described as. Usually some kind of cord, and in some cases even fishing line, that once it's pressed or pulled, it results in the detonation of an explosive. So that was the main difference in the explosion last night, and that's something that investigators are looking into, obviously, now, because that level of sophistication now, it has changed. It has sort of morphed into this new device here. Again, many agents there on the ground. An unprecedented response is what we're hearing, and there is still a reward being offered, $100,000 on behalf of federal authorities, an additional $15,000 coming from the governor, Governor Greg Abbott, for anybody who can offer them any kind of information that leads to an arrest of whoever's doing this, at least in the meantime, to make all of this stop. Because as you can imagine, it is certainly a very scary and sort of unsettling situation for so many down there in Austin. Which brings me to my next point. UT Austin police issuing a warning right now to students and faculty as a result of everything that is going on over there. Here is the warning. We have a printed copy here in my hand, and I'll just read a portion to you, advising people to please call 911 to report any suspicious items or people, please make sure that your backpacks and bags stay on your person or in your eyesight at all times. Now, that's important to point out because authorities are telling people to be extra vigilant of any kind of packages, of any kind of bags, any kind of suitcases, backpacks, gym bags, boxes, anything that looks suspicious to them. They're saying you should call and you should report this because at this point there's no telling, when this could happen again, if this is going to happen again, or where it could happen. So a lot of people issuing, an alarm out there, especially for the students over at UT Austin. So that's another community there who is on high alert right now. And again, the reward right now in total, $115,000 being offered for anybody who can offer any kind of information leading to an arrest. To whoever's doing this, so that this can finally be put to rest. Our Jason Allen, he is in Austin. He's going to join us later on today as he reports from there. We're going to have him on at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. So I want to let you know that we are working this on the ground down there. And of course, any information that comes in through our newsroom, we're going to share that with you. Let's get to some comments real quick. Let's see here. Worley Blake Bobby says, don't touch any package on your step. Worley, that is something that is being advised of the folks down there. If they're not expecting anything, not to open anything. If it looks suspicious, if it looks out of place, they're saying call 911 and report that immediately. And again, this is happening during a time. Last week, we know that the South by Southwest concert, or event rather, the festival, drew out many people out to the area. Michelle Vaughn saying hello from Greenville. Hello, Michelle. And several other folks. Kay Taylor watching from Decatur, Texas. Thomas Randall's offering prayers as well. So I see your comments coming in, folks. Thank you so much for saying hello. Becky Patterson saying she's watching from Rowlett. Hello, Becky. Thanks so much for tuning in. So anyway, that's the very latest on that. That is the big story of the day. So we're going to continue to follow that and monitor that. On a different note, though, I want to tell you it's been a very busy day for firefighters out in the Panhandle. There's 3 wildfires that erupted Sunday night out there. Burned thousands of acres near Amarillo. At least 1 home has been destroyed as a result. Firefighters there trying to determine today if any other homes or buildings were lost. That fire shifted into a canyon near Amarillo, making that firefighting effort a whole lot more difficult, as you would imagine. A large air tanker now being brought into that fire to fight that from above to try and get some of the flames out. A high to extreme fire danger is forecast for the Panhandle into West Texas, and there are North Texas firefighters that are answering the call to help battle that wildfire in the Panhandle. We have reports of teams from Coppell, Flower Mound, Frisco, Highland Village, Louisville, and even Plano. They left over the weekend en route to the Panhandle to help with those efforts. They're going to be deployed from Wichita Falls. And around here, there is a moderate to high fire danger in case you are wondering. So anyway, that's what we want to get you guys all caught up on here on this Monday. Before we let you go, though, here's a look at the 7-day forecast. So you have an idea of what the rest of your week is shaping up like. Weather-wise, it's going to be kind of breezy throughout the week, but it does look like there is plenty of sunshine. And of course, on Tuesday, we officially welcome in spring. All right, folks, thanks so much for joining us here for this News Now digital update. We certainly appreciate you watching and getting your comments in and chatting with us here on Facebook Live. Remember, we're going to be back on here at 3 o'clock. But in the meantime, we're not too far away. The website is cbsdfw.com, and we are very active across all of our social media platforms with all of the breaking news, weather, and sports of the day. So check us out there. But in the meantime, we'll let you go. We'll let you get back to your Monday, and we'll chat with you soon. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.